Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna finally, let's just say it, we're gonna finally do my March budget. And oh man, let's just get started. I feel like I've been busy for so long that I'm just like, I gotta finally film all of this, so let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't seen, I did do my debt update for you guys. I'll link it in the card above. I did go over my monthly goals of what I wanted to do. So if you guys haven't seen that, it is in this debt tracker update. And then here is what we're gonna have to be working with in March. So what I like to do is I like to set up my budget based on everything that's on this calendar. So I first want to go ahead and make sure that, you know, I'm gonna think about like what I'm getting paid through, you know, how much income I'm expecting to receive. And then I want to then concentrate and put down everything that I need to pay that comes out of my pocket. Then finally, after putting down all my bills, I like to then think about my four walls. I need to think about how much I need to save for rent, how much I need to save for groceries, how much I need to give myself so I don't go off the edge like I did in February, and then see if I have any savings that I want to do. And a new one that I will be including here, not that I will write it in, but I will leave a gap for it, is how much of a debt snowball I want to add to this budget. So of course the thing about monthly budgets is that it's just an overview of what you expect your month to go like right now my month looks pretty simple and plain. I don't have anything coming up. I don't have any events. However, that can change from day to day, week to week. So your monthly budget is just to see how your whole entire month should go, and then when you move on to your paycheck by paycheck budget, then the reality really starts setting in of things that just come up, or things that you weren't expecting that you had to like pitch in for, those kinds of things. So today we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna concentrate on just setting up how we expect the month to go, and then later in the month I will just break down my paycheck on how it actually went. So if you're interested in seeing that, then stay tuned. So I will be having to reference this, so I might be going back and forth. Some of these have already been paid because we are currently on Friday, I believe, and some of these just had to get paid. So some of this stuff has already happened, but let's get right into it regardless. So the first thing that we're gonna do, or I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out my stickers that I sell on my Etsy shop. This is just to help me budget the way I want to, and how, you know, it just makes it look pretty. Of course, it's not necessary. Pen and paper or highlighters which work just fine. So nothing is ever a necessity unless you got a pen and paper or you got your phone and some notes. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the March Leaves washi right here. I've been very excited to use this, and it's funny to think that creating March was the most difficult month for me, just because I did not like any green layout. I didn't want it to resemble St. Patrick's Day because I don't celebrate it, and I'm just like, I don't see the point of having like Lucky Charms and all that kind of stuff in my planner. So I'm really happy that I found this graphic. Now it's really pretty and I like to look at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my March budget on here. And of course you can always use these whenever you want. You can use it with washi, without washi. I just like having the little decal because it adds a little like oomph to it. So for my income sources for March is going to be tricky, okay? It's going to be a little tricky because, let me sit this down. I believe I might be going to work next week. So what that means is that I will probably get a workers' comp check. I will probably get a mileage check. Well, maybe 2 mileage checks to be honest, and then maybe 1 work paycheck. However, our job does yearly bonuses. And I'm not really certain how that happens. And then also raises kick in, so then we get a retro pay. So it's kind of tricky. I'm not sure, since I've been off work, I'm not sure when it happens, if it'll happen, because usually we have meetings that tell us all of this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 2 regular paychecks. I'm gonna put an online affiliate income, and then I'm gonna put bonus, raise, maybe nonsense here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that as is, and then I'm just gonna set the rest down. It's tricky, I'm not sure, I've been gone, but I'm hoping I get, you know, my yearly, I think we call it like our inflation raise. It's just like maybe like 50 cents, 65 cents, who knows, maybe even up to $1, just to keep up with the times, which is just ridiculous because the rate of rent and cost of living is like very disruptive to what we actually make as people and the amount of degrees that they ask for. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, let me go ahead and grab all the bills I need on the side so I can just go ahead and reference. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do and just grab my washi and go ahead and put it down here. I finally did get my gas bill, so I have the true numbers now of all my bills, which I'm pretty excited about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write that in now. So the first thing that hit on the first that already got paid is my benefits. And what this includes, it's my medical, my dental, and I'm pretty sure it's my life insurance, if I'm not mistaken. And this I just have to pay because I'm not getting a paycheck from my company. It's all through workers' comp, so whatever money I get from them, I take it out and I send them to them for my benefits. Because, you know, I want to be able to go to the hospital if I ever get sick, if I ever need like a refill, like on anxiety medication or anything like that, I got that covered. Next we have MetLife, and MetLife covers my renter's insurance and my car insurance. So for that I did end up paying $132.60. So I did have that. Then I have my next bill that's coming up on Sunday, which is daylight savings times, which I'm dreading, you guys. I don't even know why. I work in the afternoon, so I doubt it's going to affect me as bad. But I can't stand the fact that we lose 1 hour of sleep. It's like, from what I always hear from the radio, it's like the worst Monday to start because there's more crashes or anything. And sorry if you hear the dogs. I have neighbors with dogs. Next is my credit union. Oh my God. I'm pretty happy about this one. I don't mind this one. And this one is $274. I feel like since this one really did help me with my PayPal, I'm more than happy to pay whatever they want me on a fixed rate, on just no hidden nothing. Like, I know what's going on with that. Then I have my phone bill. I have Spectrum. My phone bill can be lower if I'm not paying for insurance, but I'm the clumsy type. I already like shattered my phone like twice. I feel like the battery's dying on my phone faster than ever, but I'm pretty sure it's because I use it so much. So I like having that option to pay $13 extra on top of a normal plan, which is $45. So I don't mind paying the $57 just because I know like I might lose my phone. Trust me, it has happened, and luckily people have returned it to me. So yay for humanity there. Then we have my mom's Bank of America card. A lot of people ask me why I pay this, and it's just a credit card that we shared when I was in college. But my mom is disabled, and this is her freedom to just being stuck at home, and I'm more than willing to pay for it. I do tell her that sometimes she needs to cut back because, you know, she's not in Congress. But yeah, this is what I help her with on a monthly basis. And of course she takes care of her part, and then my dad does help her too. So it's a lot of us just helping her out. Then I do have my SoCal gas. I do pay for the gas in the house just because it's the cheapest bill. I don't pay electricity. I don't pay for a lot of other stuff that has to be with house nonsense. I do that because it's the cheapest one. If anything, I could really relate it to my boyfriend, but he's on his own debt-free journey. And yeah, I'm really excited for him too because I think he's gonna move his debt into a personal loan, which I'm really happy for, because it really just opens up a lot of income instead of having all those minor little bitty debts every month, every day that just consumes his paycheck. So hopefully that'll help with, you know, the rent pricing and everything that he can now handle. Now the last thing that I do have on here is my student loan, and right here it's $140 on the 25th of every month. This is the loan I'm targeting at the moment. Like I said, I'm gonna call a rep this time around to see how I can do it. I know, trust me, I know I have to pay the regular minimum payment. I understand that. On my profile, it also says I don't owe a payment until May. So it's kind of difficult to see how Great Lakes works. I hate it. Trust me, I read your comments. I'm not ignoring you. It's just it hasn't been working for me. So calling this time around is gonna do it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is going to put extra debt payment right over here. Just because I want to make sure that I add that on so I can have, you know, an area where, hey, I did add this much. And the last thing that I also want to add on to here is unbudgeted. Now, I'm hoping I don't have unbudgeted expenses. But like I said, I can't foresee the future. But when I do my budget closeout, I want to be able to just add it in and not have it scrambled everywhere. Which brings me to the next difference that I'm going to do. I'm not going to add up all of this just because I don't have all the numbers available at the moment. But I will add it up of what my bills and expenses are looking like at the moment. So we go over here, we do $128.70. We do $132.60, $274, $57, $55, $18.86, and $140. I'm looking at $806.16 of bills and expenses. So for now, I'm not filling out anything just because I want to make sure I keep it open for the closeout at the end of the month. And I'm hoping this month is a lot better than February. I mean, February wasn't a complete disaster, but I was not the best at keeping up with my budget. I didn't pull out any cash. The only cash I pulled out was for gas, and I don't need help in gas. You know, that's like the one area that I don't overdo it on. And it's just, it's something else. So for my rent, you know what, I did forget to put rent here, but since it always comes out from savings, I'm not even going to worry about it because I never even include it here. But for the rent that I'm saving maybe for April or May, I do have to save $850. I'm not sure why I was doing close to $900. No clue. I have no idea what in my mind told me I needed to save that much, but I'm saving $850 for the month. For groceries, I did decide that $300 was more than enough, especially how last month went. If you haven't seen my budget closeout, of course, I'll link it up above in the cards. Spending, this is where I took a very good look at, you know, my impulse buying, so I will give myself $200. And this is not a lot, you guys, to be honest. I see a lot of other people have different types of areas in their budget, but to me it's all spending money. I just categorize it as one single shot where I pull money at, so I think I'm doing more than well enough. But if you don't like it, I'm sorry, it's not your budget, it's mine. And that's what's working out with me, especially based on my weekly closeout. Next we have gasoline. Gasoline is going to stay at $140 because I'm dead certain I'm going back to work next week. If I don't, then that's just icing on the cake, because who wants to go back to work? And, you know, I'm off and I'm getting paid to, you know, recover from my injuries. But, you know, it's nice to go back to socializing with people and not just like my computer and my phone. So yeah. Now after that, I do have my sinking funds. There is going to be a change in my sinking funds. I've kind of decided that I will not be funding birthdays anymore. I think that's just going to be a cash flow item from now on. It did work in the past, but then I kind of realized that I kind of just like, when it comes to birthdays and it comes to family, I give them, you know, the budgeted amount, but then we always go out to eat and, you know, we pay for each other. So I think that's just gonna be a monthly cash flow that I do, so I'm deleting them. So the only two things at the moment that I'm funding monthly is for my car maintenance and for my medical. Now I do have like a cap on them, so I know for sure my car maintenance is capped off right now, just because I already paid for the tags, I already paid for my driver's license. The only thing I kind of want to do right now is just oil change. So I do have it capped at $100. My oil change is usually $65, just because I buy everything on my own and then I have my brother do it, or my dad, it doesn't matter, and that's how much we usually spend. So I'm not funding car maintenance so much anymore. So once I like deplete some of it, I will go ahead and add back the total amount. But for now, I'm not doing that. But I am concentrating on a car fund, just because Ken, I love that baby. I do maintenance on him, but you know, he's old and I just want a car that has Bluetooth, okay? I want to listen to my Spotify. Like, my aux cable does not work. The wiring in there does not work. And, you know, I love the radio, but the commercials and the songs being replayed every 5-20 minutes, it's kind of like, stop it. And I have always the longest drives. So, sinking funds, we're going to have to reevaluate that and revisit them, which will be in my next video. So, for now, I'm going to leave it blank. And I think that's everything that I need for my cash and my savings. Alright, so let me go ahead and close that one out. I don't think I have anything else. Like, I really don't think I have an extra of anything. So I'm just going to close this one out. I don't think I'm missing anything that I want to. So currently, 806 is for my expenses. So for my cash and savings, I'm at 140. I'm at 1,490. So that is looking like my cash and my savings. And if I add the 1,806, I'm looking like about $2,300 that I need just to like cover my basic necessities of the month. So now let me just go ahead and put an ending to this one. This is just in case at the end when I break down everything, how everything goes. So my income, my cash, and my bills. So income, cash, and bills. And then I'll just put it here. So yeah, that is how my monthly budget is looking like. I like to keep an open mind for March, just because I overwhelmed myself in February. So March, I want it to be different. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of, I implemented different things, but I'm really excited for it. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.